So 1 minute more and then we are starting the studies, okay? Okay, good evening everyone. Now we are going on the quiz right away, okay? So after every skater will be given opportunity to join the screen so that if you have any question you can ask it, okay? Now let's begin the studies. Da, 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 da. Okay, do we all see very well the projection? If you are watching and you see well the projection, please write on the comment section for me that I see well. I see well. Or you can just write I see so that I will know that you can see well the questions that are being projected. Okay, very good. Just write it for me, then we start the studies. Write on the comment section, we can see the questions so that we can start the studies. Okay, now we are starting. Now this is the Esame Ministeriale number 90, 91, and 92. So we'll be doing the SCADA number 90, number 91, and the number 92. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, very good. Let's begin the questions. Question number 1. Il pannello raffigurato può essere messo fuori, può essere messo sui veicoli. Guasti quando vengono trainati e non funzionano le luci di emergenza. So the number 1, what is the answer of the question number 1? If you are watching, write for me the answer of the question number 1. If you know the answer of the question number 1, write it for me on the comment section. Okay, so the question number one, nobody is answering, nobody is writing in the comment section. Okay, so the question number one, the right answer is Vero. Why? It says the panel can be placed on broken vehicles when they are being towed and the emergency lights are not working. So in this case, the question number one, the answer is Vero because this sign is being used on faulty vehicles or vehicles that are broken. Okay, so when those vehicles are being towed, this sign is actually positioned at the back of those vehicles that are being towed. Okay, so the number one, the answer is Vero. It is not false. Okay, Mr. Happy. Number one, the answer is Vero. Okay, everyone. Very good. I appreciate the effort, Mr. Happy, for you writing it on the comment section. God bless you for that effort. May the Lord grant you grace to pass this test. Okay, now, number two, it says, se un autotreno intende svoltare a destra in un incrocio, occorre rinunciare a sorpassarlo perché potrebbe impedire la vista di segnali o di veicoli provenienti lateralmente. So the number two, what is the answer of the question number two? If you need explanation of the question number two, write it on the comment section, then I will explain. If there is any word in the question number two, if there's any word in the question number two that you do not understand, you can write that word in the comment section, then I will explain for you. Okay, and then we will proceed with the question number two. So Mr. Happy says the question number two, the answer is false. Okay, let's see if we will have another person writing something concerning the question number two, and then we proceed. Okay, Ifia Poma says number two is false. Okay, like that. 30 seconds more, and then we will proceed. Then I'll say whether the answer is correct or is wrong. Okay, so the question number two, we can see that good news also says is Vero. Okay, so the question number two, the right answer, of course, it is Vero because it says if a tractor trailer intend to turn right at an intersection, you should not overtake it because it could block the view of the sign or vehicles coming from the side. So the answer is Vero. Why is the answer Vero? Because tractors or autotreno, which are long vehicles, when they are turning, they intend to turn in a very large way. So by turning in a very large way, they cover a lot of space on the road. So with such a vehicle, even when they are turning, you have to be very careful not to get crushed by them. Okay, so that's why the number two, the answer is zero. Okay, very good. Now let's proceed with the number three. Okay, so the number three, it says, in presenza del segnale raffigurato non vi sono particolari obblighi, perché siamo su una strada a senso unico. Siamo su una strada a senso unico. Number three, what is the answer? You can write it on the comment section. If you have a question, just write it on the comment section. Okay. And if you are on the WhatsApp group, I will just send the link for you to join me on the screen and ask your question. Okay, so the number three, the right answer is falso. Why is the number three falso? It says, in the presence of this sign, there are no particular obligations because we are on the one-way street, or we are on a one-way direction. So the answer is what? Falso. Because, good evening. So because this sign does not mean we are on a one-way road. Okay? Senso unico means one-way road. It is falso. This sign means diritto di precedenza nel senso unico alternati. Diritto di precedenza, senso unico alternato. That's the meaning of this sign. So the sign simply means you are on a tight road. On a road that two vehicles cannot transit there at the same time, unless one crosses first and then the other will cross later. That's the meaning of this sign. But this one particular simply means, on the number three, this one particularly simply means you have the right of precedence. So you have to pass first before the vehicle on the opposite direction also crosses the road. Okay, so the number three, that's why the answer is falso. Now, before I move to the number four, the question number three, is that clear for everyone? Is the question number three clear? Is that clear for everyone? If it is clear, please let me know. If it is not clear, don't be quiet and be there and be watching the question. Huh? If it is not clear, write it on the comment section. Hey, it's not clear. Then I will join you on the screen here for you to come and ask, what is it that you did not understand about the sign? Okay, so it looks like Madam Doris has a question. Madam Doris, you have lifted your hand, so I don't know. Is that a question? Do you mean you have a question or what? If you have a question, just write I have a question or just write question. Okay, let's proceed. So number 3, we have concluded that the answer is false. Okay, very good. Let's proceed with the number 4. I sistemi di ritenuta per bambini devono essere di tipo omologato e mantenuti sempre efficienti. So therefore, what is the answer of the question number 4? Is there anyone that want to answer the question number 4 for us? Who wants to answer the number 4? Okay, so the number 4, the right answer is vero. It says child restraint systems must be of an approved type and always kept efficient. And the answer is vero. Now, the reason why you are supposed to know the question number 4 is because it is the very topic that we did last week. Last week we did casco e cintura di sicurezza. Okay, so you are supposed to know the answer of the number 4. So the number 4 is not false, so it is vero. Okay, it is vero. Okay, number 5. Let's proceed to the question number 5. It says la luce gialla lampeggiante del tipo B o C in figura è affiancata al semaforo veicolare. So number 5, what is the answer? Number 5, what is the answer? 30 seconds. Let me see who is going to answer. Writing down on the comment section for me the answer of the question number 5. Okay, so the question number 5, the answer is vero. It says the flashing yellow light type B or C in the figure is placed next to the traffic light. And the answer is vero, of course. The B or the C are always placed next to the traffic light. Okay, which means when the vehicles are crossing, you have to watch, the vehicles have to also watch the pedestrians or the bicycles that are crossing the road. So the 5, the answer is vero. Very good. Number 6. I motocicli sono veicoli a 2 ruote. So number 6, what is the answer? It says I motocicli sono veicoli a 2 ruote. Welcome, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Happy, Madam Doris, Efia Poma, Mr. Good News. Welcome, everyone. So what's the answer of the number 6? Number 6, the right answer is absolutely vero. It says motorcycles are two-wheeled vehicles. So it means motorbikes have 2 tires. So the answer is vero. Okay, very good. Now, number 7. Il segnale raffigurato è posto sulle rampe di accesso alle autostrade. So the 7, what is the answer? Who knows the answer of the question number 7? Well done, Ifia Poma. Madam Doris, well done. Okay, number 7, the right answer is falso. It says, this sign is placed on motorway access ramp. And the 7, the answer is falso, because this sign, first of all, it is not on the autostrada, okay? Because intersection, which is incrocio, is never on the autostrada, okay? But what we can find on the autostrada is the confluenza a destra and the confluenza a sinistra, which is the same lane that is being used to call or to name corsia di accelerazione and corsia di decelerazione. Corsia di accelerazione is the lane that is being used to enter into the tangenziale or the motorway, which is the autostrada. Okay, so the 7, the right answer is falso. Very good. Number 8. It says il segnale raffigurato comporta di moderare la velocità. So in these questions, number 8, who knows the answer of the question number 8? Who knows the answer of the question number 8? Okay. Okay, so the number 8, the right answer is, of course, vero. It says, this sign requires us to moderate our speed. And the answer is vero. Okay. Now, I want to ask a question. What is the name of the sign of the question number 8? Number 8, what is the name of that sign? I want you to write the group of signs that the number 8 is part of, and also the name of that particular sign. Please write it for me on the comment section. I want you to write it so that we know that at least you know what you are dealing with, what we are talking about. Okay, so write it on the comment section. What is the group sign of the question number 8, and what is the specific name of the sign of the question number 8? Mr. I think K Telite. Who is K Telite? This one is something else. So K Telite says it is discesa. He says discesa. Mr. Vincent says salita. Okay. You're all doing good. You're all doing good. I like that. So which one is it going to be? Okay, Mr. Telite says discesa pericolosa. Okay. Okay. Now, I want to show you people something. I want to show you how to identify a discesa and how to identify a salita. Okay, so I want to show you something here. Let me now, do you all see me? Let me make it bigger. Do you all see me? Do you see me? I want to show you how to identify the salita and the discesa, because it looks like the people are a little bit confused here. Okay, so now watch this. Let me show you something here. When you want to identify a discesa, you have to focus on your left hand. This one, your left hand. Okay, so when you lift the elbow, what's this? The elbow of your left hand is lifted like this, you have a discesa. Okay, do you see me well? When you lift the left hand of your elbow like this, you have a discesa. Okay, that is, you are descending from the mountain. That's what we call discesa. Okay, when you want to identify a salita, in that case, you need to do this one. Your right hand, you lift it. So the salita is on the right hand and the discesa is on the left hand. So it becomes like this. Okay, it becomes like this. So this one is salita, your right hand is salita, your left hand is discesa. Is that clear? When you lift your elbow, you realize that the left hand is the discesa, the right hand is the salita. That's how you can identify it without not being too much confused. Okay, very good. So with that being said, this sign, is it salita or is discesa? Okay, maybe you're a little bit confused, but I know you will get it. This sign is discesa. Discesa. You see? Discesa. This is the sign. Discesa. Okay? Discesa. Okay. Very good. So now, let's continue with our studies. So, it says, il segnale raffigurato comporta di moderare la velocità. So, it says the sign, and it entails us moderating our speed. So the answer is what? It is vero. Because if it is a discesa, and the sign is a discesa, the vehicle will be going faster because you are descending from the mountains. So if you are descending from a mountain, you have to watch the speed very, very well, because you can lose control. Why? The vehicle is going too fast. Okay, everyone? So the 8th, the answer is absolutely. Okay, so it said, the question says we have to moderate our speed. So the answer is vero. We have to moderate our speed. Okay, so number 8, that's why the answer is vero. Is that clear? Okay, let's proceed with the number 9. Number 9, it says, la distanza di sicurezza dipende dall'attenzione e concentrazione del conducente durante la guida. Now, this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to post the link in case there is anyone who wants to join me here on the screen, I'm going to post the link for you to join me here on the screen for those who are on the WhatsApp, so that I can ask you some direct questions. Okay. But I want to be sure that what I'm teaching you, whether you are learning it well or you are learning something else. Okay, so for those who that are on the WhatsApp group, I posted the link. If you want, you can just go on the WhatsApp link, press it, but press it only if you want to come and ask questions. If you don't have any questions, stay there on the YouTube. Okay. If you have questions, you can join me on the screen. And be ready, because if you join, I'll be asking you serious questions and you have to answer. Okay, so let's proceed. The number 9, Madam Doris says the answer is Vero. Now, the number 9, do you remember that recently we spoke about distanza di sicurezza? And the question here, it says, the distanza di sicurezza dipende dall'attenzione e concentrazione del conducente durante la guida. So it says the safety distance depends on the driver's attention and concentration while driving. So like I said, I posted the link on the WhatsApp group. If you want to join me on the screen, you can please join so that you can bring out any question that you have. Okay, so the number 9, we all know that the answer is Vero, because it is Vero because the safety distance also depends on the attention and concentration of the driver. If the driver is not well concentrated, it is easy for the driver to crash with other vehicles circulating on the road. So we have to be very careful to be well attentive, very, very attentive on the road when driving. And please do not use the phone when you are driving, because it will distract you. Okay. Now, number 10. Okay, Mr. Happy is already on number 10. Okay, let's see if Mr. Happy got it right. Number 10. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito ai autocarri di massa complessiva superiore a quella indicata. So the number, oh my God. So the number 10, the right answer is, now I'm not going to talk too much, okay? Number 10, please, is there anyone that wants to answer the number 10 apart from Mr. Happy? Because Mr. Happy says Vero. Okay, is there anyone that wants to give us another answer concerning the number 10? If there's anyone, please write it. I'm here waiting for you. Just 30 seconds more. Okay, so because of time, I'm going straight to the point. Number 10, the answer is falso. Now, why am I saying the number 10 is falso? Madam Doris also says Vero. So listen, Mr. V. Okay, so number 10, the answer is falso. Okay, it's not Vero. Now, listen carefully here. Please listen carefully here. This sign, it is not the weight of the car. It is the weight per axle. It is the weight that is being exercised on the axle. Okay. So the weight that means to be referred to this question. But the question is saying that this sign prohibits the transit of articulated vehicles that so it prohibits the transit of articulated the weight of the vehicle, but mine has to do with the weight per axle. I repeat, the weight per axle. So you see why the answer of the 10 is falso. I hope it is clear for everyone. So please, when you are reading the questions, you got to be careful. You have to take it one word at a time. Okay, because the questions are programmed to fail us. I want you to understand this. The questions, they are programmed to fail everybody, including the Italians. I know you know some Italians, they go write the exams even 30 times. They still have not passed it. So the questions are programmed to fail everyone. So when you are reading it, take your time. There's no need to speed up. No. Take your time. Now we are learning. So take your time. When you are the oboro, when you become oboro, then you are writing the exam. That's why you can do it fast. And you take the patente and then you go home and sleep. That's how you have to do it. But when you are learning, please take it gradually. Okay. Very good. So the number 10, the answer is false. Let's proceed with the number 11. Number 11, it says, nel caso in cui a un passaggio a livello ci si trova ancora sui binari col proprio veicolo, quando le barriere cominciano a chiudersi, occorre sgomberare in qualunque modo la sede ferroviaria, se necessario anche sfondando le barriere. So the number 11, who can give us the answer of the question number 11? I know you know the answer, so come and answer. Answer for us. I know you know. Okay, because of time, number 11, the right answer is vero. It says, if at the crossing of a train line, you are still on the track with your vehicle, when the barriers start to close, you must clear the rail track in any way, if necessary, even by breaking through the barriers. So the answer is vero. Why is it vero? Because the life of the driver is more important than the barriers that you are going to break with your car. Okay, saving of life is more important than breaking a vehicle or breaking a barrier. Okay, that is why the major law concerning patente, driving licenses, is to drive safe. I repeat, it is to drive safe. That is why when it is time for you to do the practical, they will check only one thing. Are you driving in a safe way? Are you stopping when you are supposed to stop? Are you going too fast? It all involves in driving in a safe way. So the 11, the answer is vero. I believe tonight you are learning something. Okay, now let's go number 12. Today we'll be doing tres schede, okay? Now, number 13, it says, in presenza di tratti di strada ghiacciati è opportuno procedere a velocità moderata. So the 13, the right answer is vero. It says, In the presence of ice-covered road, it is advisable to proceed at a moderate speed. The answer is vero. When the road is full of ice, you have to proceed in a moderate way, meaning you have to watch your speed very well, okay, so that the vehicle will not slip on the icy road or on the road that is full of ice block. So the 13, the answer is vero. Very good. Number 14. Un veicolo con sospensioni inefficienti. Now, the word sospensioni inefficienti, please, sospensioni inefficienti, or just the word inefficienti, what does it mean? What does the word inefficienti means? I've posted the link on the WhatsApp group. You can join me here on the screen and explain the word inefficienti, what it actually means. Now I'm going to also post a link on the YouTube comment so that you can tell me what inefficienti means, okay? Okay, so I've posted the link on the comment section. You can see it. So anyone can join me on the screen. So please press it. Join me here on the screen. Join me here on the screen and explain to me what does the word inefficienti means. Please, if you are watching, also like the video, okay, because only 2 likes I see here. Join me. Please press the like button. And I've sent the link on the comment section. So please, I'm waiting for someone to come here on the screen and explain the word inefficienti. Inefficienti. Please join me here. If you know the meaning, join me here and tell me what is the meaning of the word inefficienti. Because if you know the meaning of that word, then you also know the answer for the question number 14. I'm waiting for you all. 30 seconds more. Check the comment section. You see that Mawin DT has posted a link there. If you press on the link, it will lead you on the screen here. So please press it. Okay. Okay, so no one is joining. Okay, no problem. The word inefficiency means inefficient. It means it does not work properly. The word inefficiency means it does not work properly. Okay, so Kelly, what you are writing is also good. It's also correct. Yeah. Okay. Very good. So inefficient means it does not work properly. Okay. Very good. Inefficient. Very good. Now, so the number, so it says un veicolo con sospensioni inefficienti può avere come conseguenza l'anomalo orientamento dei proiettori annabbayanti. So the 14, that makes the answer vero, because it says a vehicle with inefficient suspension can result in abnormal orientation of the dim light, So the answer is vero, okay? So if the suspensions are not working properly, it can affect the projection and the direction that the dim light is being projected. Okay, so the 14, the right answer is absolutely Vero. Very good. Now we are going to proceed with the number 15. Very good. Number 15. Please make sure you like the video because I see very few likes here. Okay, let's proceed. Anna Bayanti è number 15. L'uso delle luci annabayanti è obbligatorio quando si sorpassa un'auto della polizia. 15. The answer is of course absolutely falso. It says the use of the dim light is mandatory when we overtake a police car. So the 15 is falso, okay? Because we use it for the circulation of the road, but we do not use it just because we are about to overtake a police car. So the 15 is falso, ok? 16. Lo stato di shock si manifesta con pelle molto pallida e fredda. 16. The answer is Vero. It says the state of shock manifests itself with a very pale and cold skin. 16 is Vero. The state of shock manifests itself with a very pale and cold skin. So the 16, the answer is Vero. Lo stato di shock si manifesta con pelle molto pallida e fredda. So it is absolutely Vero, okay? So when the person is in a state of shock, the body will be sweating, the body will be very cold, and the person will be pale, okay? Pallid. So the 16 is Vero. 17. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un dosso. 17. The answer is Vero. It says this sign warns us of a speed bump or of a bumping. And the 17 is Vero. This is a bumping, and it is part of the segnale di. Now, I'm not going to mention it. This sign, okay, of the number 17 is part of which group of signs? Is it part of segnale di obbligo, divieto o precedenza? O pericolo? Write the right answer for me on the comment section whether this sign is part of segnale di obbligo, pericolo o divieto. Just 1 minute, let us write it. Okay, so the 17, the answer is Vero, and this sign is part of segnale di pericolo. Okay, very good. Number 18. Il cono raffigurato si può usare per indicare aree interessate da incidenti. 18. The answer is absolutely Vero. It says the cone shown can be used to indicate areas affected by accident. And the 18 is Vero. We use this sign to mark the accident area so that other vehicles will not transit there or affect the area. So the 18, the answer is Vero. Very good. Make sure you like the video. 19. È vietato immettersi sulle strade con le ruote del veicolo sporche di fango. 19. The answer is vero. It says it is forbidden to enter the road with the wheels of the vehicle dirty with mud. And the 19 is vero. You are not allowed to enter the circulation of the road with the tires of your vehicle dirty with mud. So 19 is vero. So make sure you watch your tires very, very well, that they are not dirty. Very good. Number 20. Il segnale raffigurato segnala una corsia riservata ai autobus. And the 20, the answer is falso. It says this sign shown indicates a lane reserved for buses. And the answer is absolutely falso, because this sign does not represent a lane reserved for buses, but actually it is the prohibition of the transit of buses. So the 20, the answer is falso. Very good. Make sure you like the video, okay? Now let's proceed with the next question. Okay, so number 21. It says la perdita di punti sulla patente per infrazione al codice della strada è raddoppiata se effettuata alla guida di motociclo di potenza superiore a 35 kW. And the 21, the answer is absolutely false. It says, number 21, it says, the loss of point on the driving license for violation on the highway code is doubled if done while driving a motorcycle with power exceeding 35 kilowatts. The answer is false because the sanctions are doubled only when the person that violated the law is a neopatentato, which is he or she got the driving license not more than 3 years ago. Okay, so that's why the 21, the answer is false. Very good. 22. È vietato il sorpasso di veicoli fermi ai semafori, quando a tal fine è necessario spostarsi sul lato riservato al lato senso di marcia. 22. The answer is vero. It says it is forbidden to overtake vehicles stopped at traffic light, when for this purpose it is necessary to move to the side reserved for the other direction of travel. So 22 is absolutely vero. It is forbidden to do overtaking to vehicles that have stopped at the traffic lights. And by doing that overtaking, you actually have to enter in the opposite direction. So that kind of overtaking is forbidden. Okay, very good. Number 23. It says il segnale raffigurato indica la fine della strada sdrucciolevole. And the answer is absolutely vero. It says this sign shown indicate the end of the slippery road. And the answer is vero. Why? Because the upper sign represents a slippery road. The pannello integrativo below, where we have the arrow going to the right side, it actually represents the end. Okay, so it is the end of the slippery road. 23, the answer is vero. Very good. Number 24. Nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura, il veicolo N ha la precedenza rispetto al veicolo A. And the 24, the answer is false. Why? It says at the intersection, vehicle N, which is the black car, has priority over the vehicle A. The answer is false because in this intersection, the N will come and stand in the middle, because the right side of the N we have the blue. So the N will stand in the middle, then the red will cross, then the blue will be the second vehicle crossing, and lastly, the black car will be the last one finishing crossing the intersection. So 24 is absolutely false. Okay? Very good. 25. La sosta è la sospensione della marcia del veicolo, protratta nel tempo con possibilità del conducente di allontanarsi. The answer is absolutely vero. It says a stop is the suspension of the vehicle's movement for a prolonged period of time when the driver being able to move away. So the 25 is zero. The stopping is the suspension of the vehicle's movement for a prolonged period of time. Okay, where the vehicle has to stop. So 25 is zero. Very good. Number 26. Il segnale raffigurato è posto in corrispondenza della fine della pista ciclabile. 26, the answer is vero. It says the sign shown is placed at the end of the cycle path. And the answer is vero, exactly vero. Because this segnale di obbligo, we have seen it before, and with the red line crossing, it represents the end of the bicycle path. So 26 is absolutely vero. Very good. 27. Make sure you like the video. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe and also join the WhatsApp group. 27. La doppia striscia continua in figura indica che si può viaggiare per file parallele. 27. The answer is falso. It says the double solid straight line in the figure indicate that you can travel in a parallel road. 27. The answer is falso. The double line does not mean you can travel in a parallel way. Okay? But simply means you cannot do overtaking by entering into the opposite direction. Okay? So 27, the answer is falso. Is that clear? Very good. Now, number 28. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una direzione obbligatoria a sinistra. And the 28, the right answer is falso. It says this sign indicates a mandatory left turn. The answer is falso because it is just a roundabout. Okay, so 28 is falso. Very good. Now, 29. Nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura, il conducente del veicolo E deve dare la precedenza al veicolo proveniente dalla sua destra. 29. The right answer is vero. It says, at the intersection shown in the figure, the driver of the vehicle E must give way to the vehicle coming from his right side. And the answer is vero, because this incrocio is called diritto di precedenza a destra. So if your right side is busy, you cannot go, but rather you have to give precedence to the vehicles that are coming from your right side. So in this case, the yellow will be the first car crossing, the second will be the green, the third will be the red, which is the autocarro, and the last one will be the filobus. So 29 is vero. Very good. The last question, which is the number 30, it says il segnale raffigurato indica che la strada è interrotta. And the 30, the answer is absolutely false, because the question says this sign indicates that the road is interrupted or closed. So the answer is false because the sign simply represents tangenziale or extraurbana principale. It does not represent a closed road. So that's why the 30, the answer is false. God bless you for watching up to the end. Okay, so now we are going to continue with the next SCADA, which is the SCADA number 91, Esame Ministeriale number 91. Okay, and then SCADA number 91 will start in just 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So this is the scheda ministeriale number 91. The first question, do we see the sign of the first question? Now, how many people can tell us that this sign is located on the autostrada? Is this sign an autostrada sign or is the tangenziale sign? The first question. When you see a sign with the background green, where is that sign located normally? Please write it on the comment section for me. If you see, if a sign that the background is green, you see it on the tangenziale, or you see it on the extraurbana principale, or you see it on the autostrada. Where do we see a sign that has the background green? Where are those signs located? Please write it in the comment section. Okay, for the meantime, let's begin. Number one, it says il segnale raffigurato indica che per raggiungere Milano bisogna percorrere l'autostrada numero 452. So the number one, you don't need anybody to tell you that the answer is falso, because it says this sign indicates that to reach Milan, you need to take the motorway number 472. And the answer is, of course, falso, because the figures that we see on the right side, very good, Madam Doris, she said autostrada, and that is correct. So the number one, the figure 472 is not the code of the of the road, but it is actually the kilometers that are remaining before you get to the city Milan, or to the city Bologna, or to the city Firenze. Okay, so the number one, the answer is absolutely false. Okay, very good. Number two. Now, number two, it says, durante la guida, qualora il conducente ritenga non vi sia pericolo imminente, può comporre un numero di telefono con il cellulare senza fermarsi. So the number two, what is the answer of the question number two? Number two, the right answer is false. So it says, while driving, if the driver believes there is no imminent danger, he can dial the telephone number with his mobile phone without stopping the vehicle. So the answer is false, because even though if there is no danger on the road, you cannot be using your phone or dialing a telephone number on your phone whilst the vehicle is still moving or whilst you are driving. It is false. And the law does not even allow so. We are not allowed to use the phone when driving. So that's why the number two, the right answer is. Number two, the right answer is false. Okay? Very good. Number three, nel caso di ingombro della carreggiata per caduta accidentale del carico, il conducente deve rendere sollecitamente libero, per quanto possibile, il transito. And then number three, the answer is Number three, the answer is absolutely vero. It says, in the event of obstruction of the carriageway or of the road due to the accidental fall of the load, the driver must promptly or immediately free up the passage as much as possible, or free up the road as much as possible. So the answer is vero. If the load in your vehicle is falling on the road, you have to do your possible best to free the road, okay, so that the other vehicles can transit. So the three, the answer is vero. Very good. Number four. Giungendo all'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo D passa prima del veicolo B. Number four, what is the answer of the question number four? Number four, the right answer is, of course, vero. Now, I want you to write on the comment section for me the order that the vehicles will go. Write for me, please, on the comment section the order that the vehicles will go. Let me see if the understanding concerning the incrocio is clear. Write for me if it is the D that will go first, or the B, or the H, or the L. Just write for me on the comment section the order that the vehicles will cross the intersection of the question number four. Okay, 40 seconds more. Just write it for me so that we can proceed with the question number five. Okay, K-Tel, it says BDLH. BDLH. Okay. Who else again is going to tell us the order of this incrocio? The vehicle that will go first, second, and third. Who can tell us the order? Okay, because of time, in this incrocio, the first vehicle to cross will be the H, because the right side of the H is free. So the H will be the first one going. After the H is gone, we are going to have the D, which is the blue. Okay, when the blue goes, the third one will be the green car. Then after the green, the last one will be the yellow. Okay, is that clear? Okay, in case you want more explanation, you can join the WhatsApp group and get more insight. Okay, now let's go back to our question. So the number four, like I said, the right answer is vero. Okay, very good. Now, number five. It says, in caso di infossamento su neve o sabbia, non riuscendo a spostare il veicolo, è consigliabile inserire sotto la ruota che slitta qualcosa che faccia attrito, pezzi di legno, tappeti del veicolo, eccetera. So number five, the answer is vero. It says, if you get stuck in a snow or sand and cannot move the vehicle, it is advisable to place something that provides friction under the slipping wheel, pieces of wood, vehicle's carpets, etc. Anything at all that can grant friction so that the ties can move. Okay, so the 5, the answer is absolutely vero. Okay, everyone, very good. Okay, for the WhatsApp number, this is the WhatsApp number. You can just save it. Okay, Mr. K. Kelly, K. Telitel. So the number 5, the right answer is Vera. Okay, very good. Number, let's proceed with the number 6. It says, la barriera raffigurata può utilizzarsi nei passaggi a livello quando le sbarre sono guaste. So the 6, the right answer is absolutely vero. It says, the barriers shown can be used at the crossing of a train line when the train line's barriers are broken. So the 6 is vero. These barriers can be used at the crossing of the train line temporarily, okay? Because when you see these barriers, white and red, it means it is a temporary barrier or a temporary sign. So the 6, the answer is vero. They can be used in the place of the barriers of the train. So the answer of the 6 is vero. Very good. Number 7. Per evitare rumori fastidiosi durante la guida, occorre sostituire il clacson con le luci ad intermittenza, ma solamente di notte. And the 7, the right answer is the 7. You are welcome. Okay, says she. Okay, sorry. Okay, you're welcome. So the number 7, the right answer is falso. It says to avoid annoying noises while driving, you should replace the horn with flashing light, but only at night. Of course, it is falso, because to avoid annoying noises, you are not supposed to replace the horn with flashing light. Only at night. You are supposed to use it every time, actually, if you want to avoid the noises. So the 7, the answer is falso. Very good. Number 8. La sosta e la fermata sono vietate nelle curve e fuori dei centri abitati e sulle strade urbane di scorrimento anche in loro prossimità. And the 8, the answer is absolutely vero. It says, number 8, the answer is vero, because it says parking and stopping are prohibited on curves and outside the city areas and on urban roads, even in their proximity. So the 8, the answer is vero, of course. When you're getting close to a curve or the city, it is not allowed for you to stop there. Okay, so the 8, the answer is absolutely vero. Very good. Let's proceed. Number 9. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica una strada sdrucciolevole. So number 9, the answer is absolutely falso. Why? Because the question says, this supplementary panel shown indicates a slippery road The answer is false because this is not a slippery road, but actually it is the sign that we normally see on the motorway, on the screen of the motorway, which alerts us that there is an accident ahead of us. Okay, this same sign we can also buy it and keep it in our car in case we are involved in an accident, and we can position it at the back of our vehicle at a very long distance. Okay, so the 9, the answer is false. Very good. Number 10. Il conducente può in ogni caso regolare la rigidità dei ammortizzatori. So the 9, who can answer the 9 for us? So the 9, the right answer. No, it's not the 9, the number 10. So the 10, the right answer is falso. Why? It says il conducente può in ogni caso regolare la rigidità dei ammortizzatori. The answer is false of the 10 because he says the driver can in any case adjust the stiffness or the stiffness of the shock absorbers. The answer is false because the stiffness of the shock absorbers cannot be adjusted at any time. Okay, so the 10 is absolutely false. Very good. 11. In autostrada si può sorpassare indifferentemente a destra e a sinistra. So the 11, what is the answer? It says on motorway you can overtake on the right or on the left without distinction. So the 11 is false because you cannot overtake either on the left side or on the right side. The answer is false because we are allowed to overtake only on the left side. The only moment when we can overtake on the right side is when the vehicle ahead of us has shown with the navigator that he or she is turning to the left. Okay, so the 11, the answer is false. Very good. Number 13. Okay. Number 13, it says, in presenza del segnale raffigurato, dobbiamo procedere con cautela, anche se abbiamo la precedenza. So the number 13, the answer is absolutely vero. It says, in the presence of this sign, we must proceed with caution, even if we have priority. The answer is vero. Okay, even though you have priority, which is the meaning of this sign, which is diritto di precedenza nei sensi unici alternati, even though you have priority, you still have to use caution. You still have to be careful. Okay, so 13, the answer is vero. Very good. 14. La sospensione della patente può essere disposta quando si circola in autostrada sulla corsia di emergenza in casi non previsti dal codice della strada. And the 14, the answer is vero. It says the suspensions of the driving license can be ordered when driving on the highway in the emergency lane in cases not provided for the highway code. So the 14, The answer is vero. Okay. When you drive and you do not respect the code on the highway, on the highway, in the emergency lane, your driving license can be suspended. Okay, so the 14 is vero. So you gotta be careful. Okay. 15. I segnali luminosi in figura sono semafori per corsie reversibili. And the 15, the answer is falso. He says the lights, this traffic light in the figure are traffic light for reversible lanes. 15 is falso because this traffic light is not for reversible lanes. The reversible lanes traffic light are different from this. Okay, very good. So the 15, the answer is falso. Very good. Number 16. Il segnale raffigurato può essere preceduto dal segnale rotatoria. So the 16, the answer is falso. It says this sign may be preceded by the runabout sign. It is falso because this sign is just passaggio obbligatorio a sinistra. So it does not, it cannot be preceded, okay, by a runabout sign. So the 16 is falso. Very good. Please like the video if you have not yet liked it. 17. L'assunzione di eroina o di cocaina può compromettere la facoltà di guida. And the 17, the answer is absolutely vero. It says, taking heroin or cocaine can impair in your ability to drive or can affect your ability of driving safely. So 17 is vero. Okay, so do not take in cocaine or heroin because it will affect your attention and your health. So 17 is vero. Very good. Number 18. Secondo le norme di precedenza, possono impegnare l'incrocio rappresentato in figura il veicolo B dopo l'attraversamento dei veicoli R e D. So the 18, the right answer is vero because it says, according to the rules of precedence, vehicle B can enter the intersection shown in the figure after vehicles R and D have already crossed. The answer is vero because if you check well this intersection, you realize that the vehicle, let me zoom it a little bit. Let me zoom it again. Okay, so you see now this is clearer. Okay, so let me remove the word. So you see in this intersection, for example, the black car, we are not supposed to count it because it is already gone. We have to consider only 3 vehicles here, which is the green, the red, and the blue. Now, which one of these vehicles has the right side free or liberated? The first vehicle that has the right side set free, or that has no other vehicle coming from its right side, it is the green. So the green is the first one crossing, okay? The second is going to be who? The blue, because the green was standing at the right side of the blue. So the second car crossing is the blue. After the blue, the third car crossing will be the red. Okay, so the red is the last one crossing this intersection. Okay, so God bless you. Okay. So the 18, now we understand that the 18, the right answer is absolutely vero. Okay. Very good. Let's proceed. Number 19. Il segnale raffigurato si riferisce ai veicoli anche se sprovvisti di motore. And the 19, the answer is of course vero. It says this sign refers to vehicles even if they do not have an engine. The answer is vero because this sign is purposely, the prohibition of this sign is referred to every vehicle that is larger than 2.30 meters. Okay, so if your vehicle is larger than 2.30 meters, you cannot pass on this road. Okay, but if the wideness of your vehicle is 2.30 or less, then you are allowed to pass on that specific road. So 19, the answer is vero. Very good. Number 20. Number 20, it says, il segnale raffigurato è posto prima di una salita ripida. Prima di una salita ripida. So the number 20, the right answer is vero. It says this sign is placed before a climbing road. Okay, so the answer is vero. It's alerting us of a road that climbs up. So we are talking about a mountain road. So the 20 is absolutely vero. Very good. 21. È obbligatorio regolare la velocità sulle strade extraurbane secondarie, ma non in quelle principali. So 21, the answer is falso. It says it is mandatory to regulate speed on secondary extra-urban road, but not on the main roads. The answer is falso because on the secondary extra-urban road, you have to, yes, regulate your speed. That is true. But also on the main road, you also have to regulate your speed. So 21, the answer is falso. Okay? It is falso because they said, but not on the main road. Okay? But not on the main road. Ma non in quelle principali, which is the main road. So the answer is falso because as for the speed, it must be regulated everywhere. Very good. 22. Lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dalla velocità. 22, the right answer is absolutely vero. It says the total stopping distance depends on the speed, and the answer is vero. If you remember well, we studied this when we were doing the theory of the distanza di sicurezza. Okay, so the speed has influence on the stopping distance of the vehicle. So 22, the answer is vero. Very good. Number 23. It says il segnale raffigurato situato a distanza opportuna dal posto di blocco è ripetuto all'altezza del punto di arresto. So number 23, what is the answer? Number 23, the right answer is absolutely vero. It says this sign located on an appropriate distance from the checkpoint is repeated at the height of the stopping point? The answer is vero. The sign means at polizia, means a checkpoint of police. Okay, so it is also repeated at the very place where you will have to stop for the police to check your document. Okay, so 23 is vero. Very good. Number 24. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una zona dove, in caso di forte vento laterale, i veicoli scarichi o leggeri hanno maggiore tenuta di strada. And the 24, the answer is absolutely falso. It says this sign shown indicates an area where, in the event of strong crosswind, unloading or light vehicles have better road holding. The answer is falso, because if there is a strong side wind, they easily can push, okay, and unbalance a light road, a light vehicle. Okay, so 24, the answer is falso. 25. Il conducente di un veicolo può fare a meno di usare la massima prudenza quando si avvicina ad un incrocio in cui ha il diritto di precedenza. So 25, what is the answer? Okay. 25, the right answer is absolutely false, because it says the driver of a vehicle may not need to use extreme caution when approaching an intersection where he has the right of way. So 25 is false, because even if you have the right of way, you still have to use caution. You have to be careful. Okay, so 25. The answer is false. Very good. Now, the number 26. Il simbolo raffigurato è posto su una spia di colore rosso. So number 26. What is the answer? The answer is vero. It says the symbol shown is placed on a red light. The answer is vero. When you enter on the dashboard, this sign's color is red, okay? And it is being used to measure what? The heat of the radiatore, okay? Of the liquido di raffreddamento of the radiatore. So 26, the answer is vero. Very good. Number 27. Il segnale raffigurato consente alle autovetture di sorpassare gli autocarri sulla corsia di destra. 27, the answer is falso. It's falso because it says this sign allows cars to overtake trucks in the right lane. The answer is falso, because this sign simply means vehicles that are heavier than 3.5 tons cannot overtake, okay? Or they are not allowed to do overtaking. So 27, the answer is falso, because the question says it allows cars to overtake trucks in the right lane. The answer is falso. Cars cannot overtake. The sign is, it is strictly for vehicles that are heavier than 3.5 tons that are not allowed to overtake cars. So 27 is false. Okay. After this scalar, we will do another one scalar, which is the number 92. Okay. Number 28. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia di moderare particolarmente la velocità e all'occorrenza fermarsi. So 28, what is the answer? 28, the right answer is vero. It says, this sign warns us to slow down considerably and stop if necessary. So 28, the answer is vero. Well done, Mr. Deba. 28, the answer is vero. Okay, in the presence of this sign, we have to moderate our speed, particularly, and stop the vehicle. Okay, so 28 is vero. Very good. Number 29. Number 29. Let's proceed here. Okay, so number 29 says la spia che indica il mancato agganciamento delle cinture può essere disabilitata dal conducente con apposito comando posto sul cruscotto. So 29, the answer is falso. Why is the 29 falso? It says the warning light indicating that the seat belts are not fastened can be disabled by the driver using a special control on the dashboard. The answer is falso, because the lights, the warning light that indicate that you have not fastened the seat belt, okay, that also has a sound, cannot be deactivated unless you put on the seat belt. Okay, so 29 is falso. Now, after finishing the question number 30, we will do another scalar, which is the scalar number 92. Okay, so stay tuned. Now, number 30, it says, l'elemento in figura è un rallentatore di velocità installato sulla strada. And the number 30, the answer is absolutely vero. So when you see the word rallentatore, it means something that slows the speed of the vehicles. So the number 30, the answer is vero, because this one is a bumping. It is an artificial bumping. Okay, and the purpose of bumpings is to slow down the speed of the vehicles. Okay, so the 30, the answer is vero. Well done, Mr. Deba. Very good. So the 30, the answer is vero. Now, let's proceed with the next scalar, which is the scalar number 2. Okay. Okay, so just 3 seconds, and the scalar number 2, number 92, will start. Okay, let's proceed.
Tonight, let's begin. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un tratto di strada pericoloso. The answer is vero. It says, this sign warns us of a dangerous road. And the answer is vero. Why? Because this sign, it is part of the segnale di pericolo. And also because the curve represents a danger of a sharp curve on the right. So the one is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 2. So you see, before you answer the questions, you examine the sign, then you come to the question again, then you begin to reason. What is written? Is it compatible with the sign? Yes or no? If you do it in this manner, you will get many questions correct, okay, without struggling and without sweating too much. Hmm? Okay, let's proceed with the next one. Number two. Il segnale raffigurato, se a fondo giallo, è posto in presenza di un cantiere stradale che riduce la larghezza della carreggiata. And the two, the answer is vero. It says, this sign, if it has a yellow background, is placed in the presence of a road construction site that reduces the wideness of the carriageway, or that reduces the wideness of the road. So the answer is vero. Okay, as you can see, the carreggiata or the road is being reduced from a wider road to a tighter road. So that's why the answer is vero. And do not forget, all the segnale di pericolo. If the background is yellow, it means it is positioned on a construction site or on a place that they are working in progress. Okay, so the answer is vero. Very good. Number three. Nella situazione rappresentata in figura, il veicolo A, nello svoltare a sinistra, alla destra libera. And the three, the answer is falso, because it says, in the situation shown, vehicle A has the right lane free when turning to the left. And the answer is false. So why? Because when the A begins to turn, on the right side of the A, we have first of all the tram, and secondly, we have the motorbike, which is the M. Okay, which is the M. So the A has to wait for the tram to go first. And then what will happen is that the A will come and stand in the middle, right in front of the motorbike. And then because the motorbike is standing at the right side of the A, which is the yellow car. Okay, so the A will stop in front of the motorbike, then the black will cross. After the black is gone, the third or the fourth car crossing will be the motorbike. When the motorbike finish crossing, then the last vehicle will be the yellow. So that's why the answer is false. Okay, so let me zoom it a little bit. Okay, okay, everyone. So you see, at the end of the day, the A is the last vehicle crossing. Very good. Let's proceed with the next. Okay, number four. Il segnale raffigurato è posto esclusivamente su strade extraurbane ad intenso traffico. And therefore, the answer is falso. It says, the sign shown is placed exclusively on extra-urban roads with heavy traffic. The answer is falso, because this sign, it is not positioned on the road where there is traffic, but the sign simply means the right of precedence. So we can see it, yes, also on extra-urban road. We can also see it in the city. Okay, so therefore, the answer is falso. Okay, because it is not on the road with heavy traffic. That's why the answer is falso. why the 4 is false. The sign simply means the right of precedence. Ok? So the 4 is false. Il segnale raffigurato indica la vicinanza di un negozio di telefonia mobile. It says this sign indicates it is false because this sign simply represents a phone booth. Okay, it is not a mobile phone shop. So the 8, the answer is false. Very good. So the 5, the answer is false. Okay. Ok. Number 6. Il limite massimo di velocità su strade extraurbane secondarie è di 70 km orari per ciclomotori. And the 6th, the answer is falso. Why is the answer falso? It says the maximum speed limit on the secondary extra-urban road is 70 kilometers per hour for ciclomotori, which is scooter. The 6th, the answer is falso. Why? Falso because scooter are not allowed to circulate on the extra-urban road. Okay, scooter are not allowed to circulate on the extra-urban road. They are allowed to circulate in strada urbana, but not on the extra-urban road. And even their speed cannot get to 70 kilometers per hour. Their maximum speed is 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, so the answer is false. Very good. Number 7. Nei veicoli a motore a 2 ruote, la rottura della catena di trasmissione pregiudica la velocità di marcia, ma non la sicurezza. 7 is falso. It says the two-wheeled motor vehicles, a broken drive chain affects the speed of travel, but not safety. The 7 is false because a vehicle with 2 tires, which is a motorbike, that has the chain broken, it affects the speed and also affect the safety of the vehicle because if the catena di trasmissione breaks down, it affects the safety of the vehicle because you can fall. Okay, so the 7, that's why the answer is falso. Because they say ma non la sicurezza, so it does not affect the safety. It is falso because it does affect the safety of the driver. So 7 is falso. Number 8. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito alle macchine operatrici destinate a lavori di manutenzione stradale. 8. The answer is vero. It says in the presence of the sign shown, transit is permitted for operating machines intended for road maintenance work. And the 8, the answer is vero. In the presence of this sign, the machines, operating machines, are allowed to transit. Okay, but this sign only prohibits the transit of agriculture vehicles, which is tractors or every other agriculture vehicle. So that's why the 8, the answer is vero. Okay. Please like the video. God bless you. Number 9. Chi guida un'autovettura munito di autorizzazione ad esercitarsi alla guida, foglio rosa, non è obbligato ad utilizzare la cintura di sicurezza. And the 9, the answer is falso. It says anyone who drives a car with a permit to practice driving, that's the pink slip, which is the foglio rosa, is not required to use a seat belt. The answer is falso because even though you have the foglio rosa, you are still under obligation to use the seat belt. So the 9, the answer is false, okay? I believe the understanding is clear. Number 10. Il semaforo in figura consente di proseguire nella sola direzione della freccia verde. And the 10, the answer is vero. It says, the traffic light in the figure allows you to proceed only in the direction of the green arrow. And the 10, the answer is vero. Okay? The green arrow is the only direction that allows the vehicles to transit on, because green means we can go. But when the arrows are red, those are the lanes that we cannot transit on, but we have to actually stop. So the 10, the answer is vero. Very good, everyone. Number 11. La patente di categoria A2 abilita anche alla guida dei veicoli che si possono condurre con le patenti A1 e AM. The 11, the answer is vero, of course, because it says the A2 category license also allows us to drive vehicles that can be driven with A1 and AM licenses. So the 11 is vero. Okay, because the A2 is bigger than the A1 and also bigger than the AM. So as soon as you have the A2, you can drive the AM and you can also drive the vehicles of the A1. Of course, do not forget we are talking about motorbikes and triciclo, that is vehicles with 3 tires, okay? So the 11, the answer is vero. Very good. Now, number, that was the number 11. Okay, number 13. Giungendo in vicinanza di un incrocio, bisogna sorpassare velocemente a sinistra se si vuole svoltare a destra. The 13, the answer is falso. It says, when approaching a crossroad, you must quickly overtake on the left if you want to turn right. The answer is falso because if you want to turn right, you just have to stay on the right lane. Okay, you don't need to overtake. Okay, so 13 is falso. Very good. Number 14. Sulla distanza di sicurezza influisce il numero di corsie della strada. 14. The answer is falso. It says the safety distance is affected by the number of lanes on the road. 14. The answer is falso because the safety distance cannot be affected because of the numerous lanes on the road. Just as we have studied before, the lanes on the road does not affect the safety distance, because the safety distance has to do with the vehicle that is ahead of us. So 14, the answer is false. So, when you read the questions, you take your time, you analyze the questions word by word, and then you realize they are trying to trick you. Okay, you don't just jump and answer and you go. No, 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 no. If you do that, you are going to fail. Take it gradually, and God will also help you. Mhm. 15. Nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura, il conducente del veicolo E passa dopo il filobus, ma prima del veicolo N. And the 15, the answer is falso. It says, at this intersection, the driver of vehicle A passa, passes after the trolley bus but before the vehicle N. The answer is false because they are saying that the A, which is the green, would go after the trolley bus is gone, but before the N. Okay, before the vehicle N. So the answer is false because why? In this intersection, the L is the first one going. After the L goes, the second one will be the green. After the green, then we are going to have the red. After the red, then lastly we have the syllabus. That's why the 15. The answer is false. So, okay. Very good. 16. Il conducente che intende sorpassare deve valutare lo spazio necessario per la manovra anche in relazione alla differenza di velocità tra il proprio veicolo e quello da sorpassare. 16, the answer is vero. It says the driver who intends to overtake must evaluate the space needed for the maneuver. Also, in relation to the difference in speed between his own vehicle and the one to be overtaken. So 16, the answer is zero. You have to calculate the speed between you and the vehicle that you are about to overtake it and the distance between the two vehicles. Okay, so 16, the answer is zero. 17. È sconsigliabile guidare quando si ha uno stato emotivo alterato. 17. The answer is vero. It says, it is not advisable to drive when you are in an altered emotional state. It means your emotions are not straight. You are either too sad or too happy, okay, or too confused. In that case, you are not supposed to drive because it is easy to get yourself involved in an accident when your emotions are altered. Okay, so 17 is absolutely very good. So when you read the questions, the words you know that you don't understand, like I normally say, write them down and send them to me. Then I will have a private session with you and explain those words to you for you to understand. If you don't write them down and then we read the questions and then I ask you, what is the meaning of this word? And you tell me, I don't know. Oga, I don't know. My brother, I don't know. I no go feel learn everything. Oh. What do you mean by no go feel learn everything? You have to learn. If you want the patente, You have to learn. Okay? If you learn, you will make it. If you don't learn, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that if you don't learn, you're going to pass the test. That ain't gonna happen. That cannot happen. Study and pass the test. Simple. If you don't study, don't expect me to tell you God will help you. No, no, no. God is not going to help you. You study and God will help you. That's how we do it. Hmm? Before Joseph became a prime minister in another country, he learned their laws. Just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they learned the laws of King Nebuchadnezzar. They learned their laws and their rules before they became prime ministers. If you don't learn, it becomes even difficult for God to promote us sometimes. So let us learn. Learn small. If the Italian language is a problem, the number is on the screen. I can take you through the Italian language for a short period of time. Then you continue with the driving license so that you don't stress yourself too much. Okay. Now, number 18. Number 18. Per diminuire l'inquinamento atmosferico provocato dai veicoli, bisogna utilizzare il motore al massimo numero di giri. 18. The answer is falso. It says to reduce air pollution caused by vehicles, the engine must be used at the maximum rotation. The answer is falso. If you want to reduce the air pollution, the vehicle is not even supposed to go too much fast. It's supposed to go adequately or the right speed. Okay, so 18 is falso. Very simple. Number 19. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia l'incrocio con una strada senza diritto di precedenza. The 19, the answer is vero. Why? It says this sign here announces the intersection with a road with no right of way. And the answer is vero. So it means you are the one on the bigger road. So you are the one who has residence. You are the one who has precedence over the vehicles that are entering from the left side. Okay, so the vehicles that are entering from the left side do not have precedence. Is that clear, everyone? Very good. So the 19, the answer is very okay. Now, number 20. Fuori dei centri abitati e sulle strade urbane di scorrimento è consentita la sosta in prossimità dei dossi. 20, the answer is of course falso. It says outside the city on urban roads, parking is permitted near speed bump or near bumping. And the 20, the answer is falso because parking is never permitted close to speed bump or bumping. Okay, because if you park there, you are going to block the view of the other vehicles on the road. So that's why the 20, the answer is falso. Very good. 21. La striscia bianca discontinua in figura consente l'inversione di marcia nelle strade a senso unico. 21. The answer is falso. It says, the broken white line in the figure allows you to turn around on the one-way road. And the 21, the answer is falso because if the road is one-way direction, how are you going to U-turn? How are you going to turn on that road? Okay, so the answer is falso because if the road is one-way direction, it is prohibited to turn around. So you see, the question is a trickish question. So that's why I keep saying learn well the Italian language. If you need help, the teacher is there. Okay. If you learn well the language, you can give yourself a short period of time, you learn well the language. If you learn well the language, teaching you the tricks of the Patente B is a piece of cake because it has to do with the Italian words they use. So if you can't identify those trickish words, you will study and study and study and still find it so difficult to understand why this question is vero, why this question is falso. And then you'll be contemplating because you realize you have seen the same question in another place and you think they are different. And sometimes you think it is the same. Meanwhile, they are just confusing you because they changed only a word in it. And by changing a word in it, the answer, instead of being vero, can be falso. But in this case, the number 21, the answer is falso because you cannot do U-turn on a one-way direction road. So 21, the answer is absolutely falso. Very good. Number 22. Please like the video, okay? And forgive me if I'm talking too much tonight, but I'm saying it for your own good. You need to learn the Italian language, my people. Hmm? You need to learn this language. 22. Il segnale raffigurato indica che è vietato svoltare a sinistra. And the 22, the answer is falso. It says, this sign indicates that it is forbidden to turn left. The answer is falso because the sign does not forbid us to turn to the left. This sign is only telling us that, first of all, work in progress. So camion is advised to go to the right side. Okay, so the camion must take the right road. That's all. So the order or the obligation, let me say the advice in this case, goes for vehicles that are heavier than 3.5 tons and not for all vehicles. That's why the 22, the answer is false. 23. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica che la strada è percorribile solo dopo che sia passato lo scombraneve. So the 23, the answer is false. So it says the panel shown indicate that the road can only be used only after the snow plow vehicle has passed. So the 23 is false because this sign simply tells us that the snow plowing machine could be on the road working. That's all. But does not mean that that vehicle must pass first before the other vehicles would be allowed to cross or to pass on the road. So 23 is false. Very good. 24. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga a passare a destra di un cantiere stradale. 24. The answer is, of course, falso. It says this sign requires us to pass to the right side of a construction site? The answer is falso, because this is a sign of obligation and it gives us two possibilities. We are allowed to either go straight or to the right side. Okay, so 24 is absolutely falso. Very good. 25. Fuori dei centri abitati, i conducenti devono spegnere i proiettori di profondità, procedendo con quelli annabaianti quando stanno per incrociare altri veicoli. 25. The answer is vero. It says outside the city, drivers must turn off their dim light, must turn on their high lights, must turn off their high light and proceed with the dim light, especially when they are about to come across other vehicles on the road. So 25, it is vero, because if you do not switch off the high light and you come across other vehicles, those other vehicles, the light can affect them, okay, because it is very strong. So 25, the light, the abbayante, which is the highlight, is very strong. So you need to switch it to the dim light. So that's why 25, the answer is vero. Very good. 26. Chi è penalmente e civilmente responsabile di un sinistro stradale qualora abbia violato norme del codice della strada è anche soggetto alle relative sanzioni? 26. The answer is vero. It says anyone who is criminally and civil responsible for a road accident, if they have violated the provisions of the highway or the code on the highway, that person is also subject to the relevant sanctions. 26 is, of course, vero. If you are criminally or civil responsible for an accident, and that accident happened because you violated a code on the road, you will be subjected to sanctions. So this one is something simple. Okay, you'll be given a multa or serious sanctions to pay. So 26 is vero. Very good. 27. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito ai veicoli aventi una massa effettiva superiore a quella indicata. 27. The answer is vero. It says this sign prohibits the transit of vehicles with an actual weight greater than that indicated. So 27 is vero. The sign prohibits the transit of vehicles that are heavier than 7 tons. So it is true, it is vero. But if the vehicle is lesser or equal to 7 tons, then you are allowed to transit on that road. Okay? So 27 is absolutely vero. Very good. 28. Nelle aree pedonali possono transitare i quadricicli a motore purché non superino la velocità di 50 km orari. 28. The answer is falso. It says vehicles with 4 tires and engine can travel in a pedestrian areas as long as they do not exceed a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. It is falso. because pedestrian area is reserved for pedestrians only. Okay, but only specific category of vehicles are allowed to pass there. And of course, you will see their sign also being positioned there. But scooter, motorbike, and cars are not allowed to transit on pedestrian areas, even though if their speed is 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, so 28 is absolutely false. So 29. Now, before we do the 29 and the 30, after you have learned the signs, okay, in the questions, so after you have learned all the signs and all the questions, this is what you have to do deliberately by yourself. You go out and you watch the road. You just walk in the city and see the pedestrian road. You see the bicycle lane, okay, and you watch where the train crosses. You see the bumping. You have to see it with your real eye, fili gadochi. Okay, so that you will have more insight on the questions that we are also doing. Okay, it will help you personally more to even understand the questions also more. Now, if God permits, I'll be uploading some very interesting videos on the road, on the road, where I will be explaining the pedestrian road, the corsia di accelerazione, everything as it is in reality, in the real life. Okay, so that you will understand these things more. Because if you don't see them in the real life, it becomes difficult for you to understand clear what they are actually talking about. Because the way I understand the questions is clear that many of you do not understand it in that way. And it is not just an issue of the language. It also has to do with you not having a view before your eyes, or before your at the back of your brain, you not being able to see it, to imagine what the question is saying. But if you can imagine clear what the question is saying, oh, you will see that it will be so easy. You will answer 30 questions in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. No mistakes. Okay. So, I'm saying this for your own good. Huh? If you join the class and you are able to write the exams in 1 month, hey, hallelujah. Hallelujah. So you have to combine all these strategies together and you will be victorious. Okay. In Jesus' name. So now the number 29, it says, il segnale raffigurato vieta ai pedoni di entrare nelle ore notturne. Number 29, the answer is of course falso, because it says this sign prohibits pedestrians from entering during night hours. Can you imagine? The answer is falso, because there is no time position on the road that says that you can walk on this road at this time. Okay, there's nothing like that. So it's absolutely falso. Very good. The 30, it says, il carico non deve superare il limite di sagoma stabilito per ogni tipo di veicolo. The 30, the answer is vero. It says, the load must not exceed the size limit established for each type of vehicle. The answer is vero, because there is a size limit for each type of vehicle. There's a size limit for camion, there's a size limit for ordinary cars, there's a size limit for motorbikes. Okay, so each vehicle has a size limit. So you have to make sure that the load that you are putting on your vehicle is not too wide and it's not too long, that it will expose too much outside of the shape of the vehicle. So the 30, The answer is Vero. God bless you all for watching up to the end. I pray that you follow the few tips I've given you. It will help you a lot. Okay? It will help you a lot. You are learning the Patente B because you need it, not because of anything, because you need it. So use any strategy possible to get it. Of course, I'm talking about correct strategy. Correct strategy. God bless you. Go and sleep. Make sure you pray. See you all, if God permits, tomorrow. Hallelujah. Good night.